Hello, this is Small Biz David and Michael Mason coming to you today with a very interesting HOA in that I am sitting in Cincinnati, Ohio. Michael is sitting in the Canary Islands, and our guest today, Saul Fleischman, is sitting in Japan. So not only are we crossing a few time zones, we're crossing a lot of hours. I'm totally confused. All I know is it's about 4:30 in Cincinnati, Ohio. So,
No, it's
Michael.
6:30. No, it's 6:30 in the evening tomorrow. Yeah. Both
Oh,
same
that's what it
days.
is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, your day's
and,
beginning, mine's ending. Yep.
and Michael's somewhere in between in the Canary Islands.
Yeah, I'm sat here in the tropical island of Tenerife.
In Tenerife. We have a very interesting discussion today. Our friend Saul Fleischman has been working on a technology, a marketing technology, and it's certainly got my attention. And it got Michael's attention from the interesting things that it does from a technology perspective. It got my attention from the interesting things that it does from a marketing perspective. So Saul, why don't you introduce the concept, and we'll get into a discussion of it.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. There was a big earthquake and a tidal wave in Japan, and I found that Twitter was a great way to keep up with what was going on, but I wasn't following all the people sharing the stuff I wanted to see. And I started to notice that I could find stuff from hashtags. And then I started to notice that even people who were using them well didn't really know which one was the right one to use. So they were multi-tagging. You'd see Pray for Japan, Love for Japan, JP Quake, Japan Earthquake, Fukushima Miyagi Prefecture. And so I thought, what if there was a tool that assumed you know what you're talking about in your own words, and you'd like to know what hashtag or tags is like most likely to be clicked on, actively searched, curated. People curate, and there are things set up to automatically curate tweets into online magazines and such. I thought, what if there was something that would help you find which ones are most likely to do that for a topic in your own words? And so I conceived something called, first it was Tag Bag. Currently we've changed it 2 years ago to RiteTag. And so we're just over 2 years in progress with RiteTag. We've dealt with a number of social networks, Google+, Tumblr, Amazon, eBay, Flickr, Instagram, DeviantArt, SlideShare, and we've now dialed back to just focus on Twitter, but to go much deeper and to also cache results to store results on our own server, our data server, to give faster
When you say you were dealing with the different technologies, what do you actually mean by that?
Different social networks. Well, basically, the hashtags that are effective for a certain topic vary.
Hashtags within those networks.
Right. So
yes. Okay.
Local marketing may have an abbreviation. In Twitter, it may be a different abbreviation, or it may be better to spell out local marketing, the whole thing, in SlideShare or in Instagram. Depending on the network, this varies. So it gets quite complex. Any tool that's telling you that you can use the same hashtag to get the same results in different social networks doesn't know hashtags. Yeah. So so now we're focused on Twitter. We will expand back out to deal with different social networks, but it's We're a bootstrapped startup. We're spread around the world. There's me and Sumit in Osaka, Japan. The lead programmer and the CTO are in Prague, Czech Republic. Got one guy outside San Francisco and one in New York City. And we've got an advisor in the UK. So, and we're growing, by the way. So, let me take questions from you. I can also give you a tour.
I was going to try and help.
Okay, go ahead with the question, Michael. Then we'll take a tour.
Yeah, to kind of help David get a handle on how hashtags work, how they work, and what Saul was saying there about them working across different networks. Do you remember the HOA we did in New Orleans? Or the broadcast we did from New Orleans the other day with Stephen.
Oh, certainly. It's just last week.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, I had to do some research to find out which hashtags were the most popular. NBA, NBA All-Stars, All-Stars, All-Stars. And RiteTag helped me do that because it ranks the hashtags. It tells you what hashtags are used in association with the hashtag that you want to use, but it also tells you which ones are most popular. So I could actually really specifically target my my delivery of that message to a specific audience looking just for that, and it was really handy, and it made the content go viral quite quickly because I used the right hashtag. If I'd have just used the hashtag Hangouts, which I was going to use, it wouldn't have really gone that viral. But because I used all stars altogether, it actually got a lot of exposure.
Which, just out of curiosity, Michael, what was the most popular hashtag in that HOA that we did?
All stars.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and interestingly enough, All-Stars were the reason that the NBA was gathering in New Orleans, but the specific HOA that you and I did was with the veterans, with the retired folks, the All-Star, the legends, the NBA legends.
Yeah.
So that was interesting how it kind of shifted, and that even builds the case for how strong a tool Saul has built, because we were dealing with multiple issues in a sense, multiple ideas, but Saul's technology helped us to discern which one was the best way to get the information and see what was being said.
The All-Stars veterans actually have their own hashtag, NBRPA, which I think stands for, no, is it NBRPA? Yeah, National Basketball Retired Players,
maybe? Yeah.
Retired Players Association, and that hashtag's quite popular, but of course NBA is more popular, and when I combined NBA with All Stars, two hashtags together, it actually increased the exposure.
Yeah, let me show you something. What I did was I searched in Twitter the hashtag All Stars. So what I can do is I can see tweets that have come out recently with the All Stars hashtag. And it doesn't matter if I'm following these people or not, or if they're following me, right? So popular is one thing. There's also tweet density. I'll show you something with that.
Yeah.
I just want to show you, like, one thing people do to discover your content, even if they don't know you, they never seen you before, not following you, you're not following them, is they'll search. So this is a search, right? Another thing is like what I have here, like in a column in a third-party app like Hootsuite, TweetDeck, Radian6, Social Oomph. Many things have things where you can set up a column to be tracking stuff that's coming out with a hashtag. See here, if someone's talking about hashjacking, RiteTag, or Twitter marketing, I want to see it. I don't care if I know them or not. I don't care if I'm following them or not.
I'm going to admit to my ignorance here, Saul. Hashjacking,
yeah.
I guess that's when somebody hijacks a hashtag for other uses than what it was intended.
Yes.
Okay.
Rides their wave.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's
You said,
interesting.
does your software send a traffic ticket out to them for doing that, Saul?
No,
Fine them?
no, I'm planning to do more of it myself, actually. Um, so what we looked at here is well, if you're wise in how you do it, you can find ways to um, like, for example, if we have a problem with with certain hours for our server, for our for, let's say, our data server. We've got two servers for data server, and we've got a problem in, let's say, the nighttime, right? I could use the hashtag, okay, guys, let's make sure we take back the night. And I put that in a sentence. Thing is, though, is that's usually used, take back the night, a Justin Timberlake song. This is hashtagging.
Gotcha.
Right, but we're going to take back the night, and I'm talking about our servers, right? Okay, so there's Twitter search, there's passively tracking hashtags, there's also curation. People have online magazines set up to be searching content for what's been used, like this, like a paper LI. You got my screen share, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Working? Okay. So like this content will be pulled up from hashtags as well as other ways into these online magazines. This is a paper LI. Then people simply click on a hashtag. You just click on it and you'll see recent stream
Yeah.
of who's here, busy talk, who's using it. So this is the like 4 things: actively searching, tracking in a third-party app, curation, and then clicking on the hashtag. So people are doing this stuff to find your
Curiously,
stuff.
Saul, I actually do
Yes.
the same thing, but I use the comment tracker, the standalone comment tracker, because I can then track a hashtag on Google and Twitter. But to track the hashtag on Twitter in the comment tracker, you have to create a Twitter widget. And I've currently got a couple of standalone comment trackers running, one of them for Ukraine and another one for something else, I forget what it is. And it pulls it, just like you showed there with Hootsuite, it actually pulls the stream, and if I click on the timestamp, it takes me to the network, for example Twitter, and to the exact tweet, so that I can either retweet, respond, or do whatever I need with that. But I'm interested in, you talked about hashtag density.
Yeah. What I'll do here is I'll just log in to RiteTag and just log in with Twitter, and where I land is on audit my timeline. What this does is I refresh and I load up my latest tweets up to the last 20, and I'll see how I'm doing. And I'll see if I get a legend here for overused. Remember, you guys used the word popular.
Yeah.
Well, there's popular and there's too popular.
Okay.
We believe that if something's used, say, many times per minute, people probably aren't going to be searching that. It's going to be a flood.
Yeah.
So we look for like a sweet spot area. So that'll be, so we have this color code system. So if you want to go just like this, change to a green, fine. If you want to know, wait, I don't know what live chat or ill-ed chat, I don't know what that means, let's say, okay?
Yeah.
I can click on, I'm not satisfied with this blue code. I want to know more. So I can click on here and see how many tweets per hour, relative popularity, and then I can see real-time, up to the minute tweets with that hashtag. I can see who the influencers are, right? So you can make a data-driven decision, or you can simply go with this color coding. Some people want fast, some people want to go deep, and then I can just either quote and schedule, edit, reschedule, retweet, and schedule. Here I'm just going to do like this, and I'll say Utah schools. I'll change this around a little bit. Utah schools, and then now that's I misspelled it. Here we go. And now that's a hashtag, and and show approval, and I will tweet now, or I'll auto schedule this one, and it's auto scheduled. So there's that. You can check your own tweets. Another nice thing to do, this is pretty incredible, is
Can I just jump in there,
yes.
Saul, before you move on to this? So if I'm understanding the system right, and I have played with it, so I think I've got this right, I can actually go into RiteTag. I can put a hashtag in there, or select a hashtag, identify exactly how you're doing right now from a drop-down menu, how popular that hashtag is, whether it's overused, underused, etc. Look for variants of that hashtag and make a decision on how I want to construct my tweet based on the popularity of the hashtags.
Well, this would be from what you're talking about is something totally different. This is, let's go to our hashtag directory, and what we're going to do is you give me a word or a hashtag, doesn't matter, a word or hashtag, and we're going to look at NB.
Yep, NBRPA.
PA. Let's see if we got that.
Yep, that's it. Let's see. What
okay, we don't have it. Nope,
okay,
nothing.
NBA.
We might have that.
Yeah, I would think you'd have NBA.
Yeah, we have a bunch. NBA, we have many. Okay, these actually though are not just hashtags. They are. I'll show you what they are. Let's look at NBA draft as two words. This is a multi-word thing. This isn't one. And if I look at, say, Sixers, right? So this is what this is looking for, is hashtags used together with both of these two words.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, they could be spread out anywhere in the tweet. So it might not be NBA draft. It might be NBA draft. That's why there's going to be some things. Most of these look like they make sense to me. Ballers, Isaiah Thomas, no coach, Lakers. It's right. Sixers. That's I'm from Philadelphia. That's.
I was going to say that's the only reason why you're picking Philadelphia.
Yeah, right. I can see recent tweets used with it. I can see who's using it the most, and then the overlap, like how close Sixers is to NBA draft with the diagram. Yeah, that diagram. But what we're looking at with these things is it's actually what hashtags have been used with this query, whether it's a hashtag or a word or a name. Right, so not necessarily a hashtag. But so these are RiteTag hashtag scans, which we're going to be changing to something different, alerts, where we're going to be frequently updating these. So users will set which ones they want to be most frequently updated, and others will be in the directory where we've got close to 2 million right now terms, but those won't be updated quite as frequently. We want to know what things you really want to stay on top of. We give you less of those, but then we do it frequently. So these are the hashtag scans. Even free users can order these. I was showing you auditing your own timeline and improving the hashtags in your tweets. A great thing to do is want to give me a Twitter handle of someone interesting that there's no way on this earth that I would know them. Give me somebody. Doesn't matter. If they've got a public Twitter account, we have them.
Okay, I'll dig somebody up. Just a moment.
Uh-huh. I mean, does your dog have a Twitter account? That'll really. It doesn't. I mean, it's. I make them up sometimes. I want to find out who's Bill, right? Somebody's got to have Bill, right? And I'll
Small
just put in
Biz
Bill.
David.
Oh yeah. Okay. Small B-I-Z. David. No underbar, right?
Correct.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if there's an @ sign before it or not. It's. And there you are. Okay, so it looks like you've been pimping the same thing again and again.
Well, let me tell you what that is all about, and that's why I was kind of curious. I am not an active Twitterer. I don't tweet very much. What I do anytime I post a YouTube, it automatically goes to Twitter and tells my followers that a video has been posted.
Okay.
So that's my only use of it, and I don't know. Should I go back to tweeting? Maybe with this tool, I should.
Yeah, okay.
I should
Let's
go back
try
to
small
tweeting.
brains, David, and see what we get.
Small brains?
I'm just playing with you here.
It is a small brain, though. It is a small brain.
How about small David?
Now, I've
There's
put
gotta
another
be
one
no- there's
into
nobody.
chat for you as well, Saul. Tony Blair
Okay.
office is the ex-Prime Minister.
Tony Blair office. Let's see if what I can do to him.
Or what he did to
All right.
himself.
So it's okay. UN would be better than this quartet. I won't touch that. No, I'm going to make it now playing is better. It says it's red, but that's going to change later. The colors are often changing because what was good changes to overused. It's a little sensitive.
I noticed that when I was doing I constructed some tweets through RiteTag, and the handles that I was using or the hashtags I was using were red, and they went to blue a short while afterwards because I was actually commenting on a breaking event, and within an hour that hashtag actually got more used, so it went from blue to green.
Yeah, they spike.
Yeah.
So I did this. Another thing I can do is when you schedule one, you'll get this pop-up saying, great, you scheduled one, congratulations. Why not just change your hashtags or one of them and see which gets better results, because we track that for you in stats. We also track it in the Tweet Composer in top performing tags, which you can order by which get you the most retweets, the most link clicks, the most favorites. And of course, you also have Tweet Composer as a Firefox and Chrome extension.
I have that.
So wherever you are on the internet, if I wanted to share this, which I did, I would just hit on, here we go, maximizing your hashtags, RiteTag, and a couple other bozos in the room. And that's loaded up. And
A couple other bozos in the room. Is that what he said?
Did I say that?
I think that's what he said. I think he said that out loud.
I meant to think it, but I said it. And I can do this. You see how I'm not even on RiteTag here. I'm on this show's event page in Google+, but I'm in Chrome, so I have that.
When you say those color coding, Saul, that's a dynamic change.
It is. It's changing pretty rapidly.
It does,
So
David.
things,
I noticed one
yeah,
change literally in
yeah,
minutes.
Wow, that is powerful.
yeah, yeah. And then I'll see. You can also save tag sets the way you like, which ones have worked for you, um, uh, and I will also slap on apps to this. And well, it's happening now. Now playing. So I tweet it now. And so I got that. And if I wanted, I could then auto schedule it. But why have this go out in a day and a half when it's happening now? Um, so you got this, you got that. You've got from anyone's timeline, great for engaging with people. You want to get on someone's radar. You want to take your competitors' tweets, revamp them, improve the hashtags, and use them. You can do that. You can quote and schedule them, retweet and schedule them. You can then anywhere you favorite tweets, Dave McClure, Brett, a designer I like, one of our PR marketing assistants. She's in London. And anywhere you favorite a tweet, you just favorite, and you've got it in my favorite tweets. See, I'll just refresh, and it doesn't matter if it's your own tweet, someone else's tweets. You could have, there's what I just grabbed. Nice. Mobile, third-party, TweetDeck, Hootsuite, doesn't matter, any kind of third-party application. If you favorite it, you got it. Then you've got bulk tweet uploader, up to 100 tweets at a time, which will come out looking like this. Any hashtags are graded. Alternatives supplied. Quickly edit and schedule them. So you got this, that. You've got our extensions, and we think this is a start. We want to do
the start, Saul.
well, it's for Twitter. Like I say, people remember us as an Instagram SlideShare, Flickr, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Amazon, Google Plus. This is Google Plus is pretty much where I live. So people want to know when that's going to be back. But what we can't do because of their API is the tweet composer. You can't, you can't augment content and then send it, let alone schedule it. So you can't add to somebody's post as we can for Twitter or most networks. So it's a matter of their API. It's a matter of what Google wants. So we figure in time we'll see what can be done about that. And meanwhile, this is where we are. Michael, you were asking me about our plans, and I was telling you right now we have just this pro plan. And when we talked privately, I told you there's more coming, and I thought I'd share with your viewers a sneak preview.
Nice.
That there's going to be well, I like to give something. If you take the time to watch one of our shows, right, there's going to be a light plan coming out in just about 2 days. So if you'd like to try it with a lot less, with a whole lot more that you can do, but at less expense, wait a day.
That'd be great.
Light plan will be ready.
Once we've broadcast this, what I'd like to do is link to that the broadcast that you're going to do in our event page, so that people can watch this video, and if they want to watch your broadcast after that, they're more than welcome. I mean, I've played with RiteTag, and I like what I've seen. It's a really nice tool.
We also, any links we convert to our own tiny URL so that we can track what happens with a tweet. and track the clicks on the link, and it's specific to that tweet so that we can track which hashtags are getting you results.
Yeah.
It's all about return on hashtags. Don't even bother doing it if you're not going to get something out of it. That's how we see it. So that's where we are, and we love hearing feedback from people, learning how it's working for people, stories about what they've gotten done, and it's not just marketing. David pointed out, as a marketing tool, sure, it's great for marketing, but what about a lost child, right? What about an emergency? You want to know. After all, that's where the idea came to me, was from the earthquake and people trying to get donations to survivors who were in shelters. Sometimes they were in shelters for 7-8 days in the same clothing, right? So things like this, marketing, yes, but for anything where you want to get a message beyond your own followers, that's mostly marketing, but it's other things too, as I see it.
I mean, David's muted, by the way. He was just going to jump in there.
What I was going to say, Saul, just about an hour and a half ago, there was some type of peace settlement in the Ukraine. It was an alert, and I wondered why don't you do a quick hashtag on.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see what it was. Just like in the last 90 minutes, there was some type of settlement announced.
First, I would look at Ukraine. I would just go general, and I'd see, what do I have for Ukraine? And I see already Euromaidan. I don't know what that's about, so why this hashtag? There isn't a lot of overlap between that, Ukraine and Euromaidan, but it's been used with Ukraine. Let me see just Ukraine and Ukraine protest, right? So what you can do then is jump to other hashtag scans from a hashtag scan, and see what might be good. I would say Ukraine violence, conflict.
Revolution, maybe?
Revolution.
Or I was going to say Ukraine peace, because something has just happened.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at the tweets in Google and Twitter simultaneously for Ukraine, just the hashtag Ukraine. And there doesn't seem to be many people tweeting with Ukraine and another hashtag, but Euromaidan is coming up quite frequently, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Euromaidan or something.
Euromaidan. It's a public relations company by the looks of it.
Huh.
Sniper caught on the 10th floor of the Hotel Ukraina. This is why Euromaidan is getting a lot of mentions. They seem to be the one. 13 minutes ago that happened. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Euromaidan, and I can see real-time tweets right here with just Euromaidan. Red Cross. to the victims. Yeah. But what we're doing, just to explain, is we're taking a query and then looking for what hashtags have been used with that word, as a word or as a hashtag.
Yeah.
So, and then we're giving you what's come up. And then they are in order based on a number of factors. We have our own algorithm we call the right score that's weighing in a number of factors, including who's using the hashtag to a small extent.
Yeah.
For example, who they are in Twitter plays a small part, but then we try to get into context and the relationship between words. That's something we have to improve on, really, so that our suggestions are actually ranked in a more usable manner. And
it won't be an easy thing to do that, but you definitely you've got something there when I've put in a hashtag and I've said give me all the other hashtags associated with this. It's worked really neatly.
Thank you.
I don't know another system out there that does this. I'm currently looking in the comment tracker, and I have the Ukraine hashtag, and yeah, I can see all the other hashtags, but what I can't do is immediately look up all the tweets for that hashtag without going to Twitter. Whereas what your system does is it aggregates everything
Almost.
in one place.
Yeah, actually, we give you real-time tweets. Twitter does too. Both them and us will just give you a limited amount. It won't like keep going back infinitely into the past. They don't either. On the other hand, what we'll show you is just other hashtags that are related, and then you can see how they're doing and decide which one's the right tag.
Yeah.
So that's where we're strong.
Michael, how dynamic does this tool make a real-time HOA?
Pretty damn dynamic. It gives you the ability to be able to broadcast something real time, and if somebody
Oh my goodness!
somebody jumps in with another hashtag, you can immediately follow it.
You can
Retweet,
you could
share,
compete with
etc.
you could compete with the networks on news broadcasting.
Yeah, but one of the things I like as well is I installed the plugin or the app for, I think it was on Chrome or Firefox, and I started playing with it, and I thought this is really neat because I don't have to paste in the URL. I just go to a page and start creating the tweet right there through the RiteTag icon, and it works really neatly. I liked it.
Oh, the Chrome extension. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. This is something we just came out with those only a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago, for just Chrome and Firefox. Next, we want to do mobile apps as well. So, and we don't plan to. Yeah.
Well, because so much of what we're talking about is done on mobile, and that'll be a huge application.
Yeah, hopefully.
My mouth to God's ears, huh?
Yeah. So I hope people try the thing. Like I say, I live in Google+. We also, what I do is we've got the #Academy hashtag. If anyone clicks on that in Google+, you'll find our workshops. As a matter of fact, Saturday, November, I think this is going out after that. But Saturday, February 22nd is our #Academy for February, but then in March we'll be doing 2. So just click on the #Academy hashtag or search it, hashtag Academy is one word. And you'll find when you can be coming into a workshop and talking with me and a couple of other guys working with us live.